Hey everybody, welcome to Derek's AZRC. I'm Derek and summer's here. I just want to tell a quick little story about how I make mistakes and how I love making mistakes, right? Yeah, so in my last episode, we talked about Violet and how her motor burnt out, right? And that is, where's it at? Where's that motor? Oh, it's right here. This motor right here. This motor that I spent all morning, well, not all morning, somewhere else, but this morning that I spent taking out a Violet because I thought I was going to have to do a warranty switch out. And I say thought, right? You catch the word thought? And with a smile on my face. Yeah. Because silly me, silly Derek's AZRC has his own YouTube channel and yet can't keep his hoopties high and revving. Poor Violet, I take her apart and put her back together so much. And it all started with a day out in the hot sun with no fan. So by the way, Violet has a nice, beautiful fan. See that fan right there? Right there. So I put a nice fan on her motor because that motor was hot that day. And it was overheating. And that's why I was flashing overheating signal. But I changed the motor out today and hooked up a 3S battery to it, and it ran down the street, and I was like, well, that's it. Yep, it was the motor. Gonna have to warranty that out. Change the sensor wire out because the sensor was acting kind of boogery. So this time I flipped the motor around because before the sensor wire connection was all the way on the bottom. So this time I'm like, I want the sensor wire up top. So I connected the sensor wire up top. And so I have the sensor wire up top and have everything hunky-dory, and it's running fine. And so I went ahead and I really like this really heavy-duty 4S little drone battery right here. I'll just go ahead and pull it out real quick, and I can't do it really. See this chunky little 4S battery? It's really snazzy. It has an XT60 clip on it. And I originally had put a Dean's connector on the Kessel Mamba speed control that was on it, because that's all I had at the time, and I'd ordered more. And so I was like, okay, well, let's finish it up and go ahead and put the XT60 clip on it, finishing it up. Hence the soldering gun next to me. So I do all that, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's go ahead and throw the old drone battery back in there and fire it up. And then I get that code again. That code, and I'm like, what am I over ampering the truck? It's giving me that, that code again. Get to thinking, how come if it ran with the 3S battery with a good charge in it, and I throw this other battery in there, and it doesn't? And then I think some more. Like, duh, Derek! Duh! And so I throw the battery on the monitor on my charger, and sure enough, flat line across the board. And all the different times and all the different thoughts and everything, all the different, like I through a tunnel of all of these different thoughts. I go through this all the time. All my mistakes are like these channels of all these different little mini mistakes in my head. All these different, things, these different thought processes, and it's always like this. I picture myself as this old man on a rocking chair laughing at myself. Ha 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 ha! I told you, Derek. It was the battery the whole time. You silly Derek JZRC. It was a dead battery. You silly boy. Why, Papa? It was just a dead battery. Silly Derek. Ay. What willpower? What freaking ego? What everything? Pushing so hard. Gosh. Why couldn't you just accept, Derek, that it was a dead battery? I mean, come on. How hard was it just to accept that your battery died? I mean, yeah, you're thinking a 4S should not have died that soon. I mean, you would run 4S in big trucks all day long. But yeah, I know, it's a little drone battery. It's missing. So like, you know, when you're running, it takes forever to run a freight train of a battery like this out. It takes forever. I don't ever use a whole one of these batteries. I usually break the truck before I can use a whole one of these batteries. And then, you know, I usually break one of these big trucks. So, you know, yeah, if this is this is only a fraction. So I'm not putting one and one together. When I go crawling, I never use a whole battery ever. I know the boys, when they go crawling, they use one of these bad little boys, okay? So, yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, so this is a 2S. It's like two of these, you know? And I'm not putting one and one together that, yeah, this thing has freaking poundage of brass on it, and I'm running it out in the heat. Poundage of a brass. Derek, maybe you used up all the freaking ions in the battery, if that's what you would use, okay? You know, this truck, I can use one of these 4S batteries out there if I want. I could take one of these if I want. If you're complaining about using up all the battery, Derek, just strap one of these. This ESC will use 6S if it wants. I can take and strap 6S to Violet. I can take and throw this gas tank on there, but it's gonna put a lot of weight on her ass. All right, but I can put this in the front if I want. I can make this a big weight in the front if I want. All right, I'll do it. Ay, Derek. So, I'm sharing my mistakes with you so that you can learn from my mistakes. You probably get it a lot quicker than I did, right? But I'm just saying, when you start getting little glitches here and there, try another battery first. Just throw one in there and start from there. Oh, I'm glad I didn't send this motor in already. All right, that's the end of my episode. Thank you for listening, guys. Don't do it, Derek. You know, I'd like to have, episodes of nothing but successes, but yeah, you know, I learned the hard way. I really do. I do really good at other stuff. I'm really good at air conditioning, and I am really good at RC stuff too. Dang it, Derek. Gosh, I mean, seriously. Poor Jake. I'm taking it down to AZRC, and I'm like, my truck is broken, Jake. I bought all this stuff and it's broken. He's like, man, Derek, I don't know, man. I bring it in with a dead battery. Jake, fix it. Fix my dead battery, Jake. Stupid. I'm sorry, Jake. All right. I'm sorry. Why, Papa? Okay. All right, I'm done. All right, I love you guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Oh yeah, and two last things. The first one is that I was looking at the analytics and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even notice it. But you know, it told me that we have hit 100 videos. That last video, I wasn't even paying attention, but that is a milestone for my channel. and it is a very special thing, and I want to thank you guys for being there with me. And that last video meant a lot to me, you know, already, and 100 videos is means a lot to me too. So I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being there with me. It's been a long voyage. I like making a lot of milestones, and I get all super emotional anyways, so yeah, this is emotional for me. So there's no way I would have skated by without saying a little something. And 2, I want to give a very special shout out to someone that I've been trying to give a shout out in the last few videos, and that is my sister from another mother, and that is Carolyn. Thank you for being one of my #1 fans. You watch all of my shows, and I didn't think that you watched a lot of my episodes, but then it turns out, lo and behold, that you do. You know, I love you, homegirl. I really do. And thank you for watching all of my and being a #1 supporter. You know, one of the #1 supporters. I love you, homegirl. Thank you. Thank you for being one of my friends. Thank you for watching my stuff. You know, this is my community, and thank you for being one of my community. I love you. And with that, I'll let you guys go and get back to editing and playing some Tiny Tina's Adventures. All right, we'll catch you guys later.